Okay, let me go across to Vikramendra. Vikramendra, how do you see this? Do you see this, population numbers dwindling and fertility rates dwindling as probably a boon for an overcrowded planet, for solving a lot of the problems that we are in currently, or do you see this as a challenge, as a problem, and resonate with what Elon Musk keeps saying, that you should have more and more children across the world?
Of course, depopulation is a big problem for the current generation. I think it's a challenge for those countries who are facing low fertility rate, and the government, though taking lots of initiatives, but it is not giving good results because of multiple factors. Maybe because of the high education cost, living is high living in space, multiple factors like strong gender differences between domestic works and childcare support. Minimal childcare support is also a problem for those countries who are facing problems with the low fertility rate. And also there is a lack of public tolerance between people over childcare support. Those problems are getting lots of difficulties among the youngsters whose mindset is not they are not able to set the mindset so that they can have proper families, they can go inside the marriage institution. I think so, like that.
Poonamji, do you see this pattern? I think you want to respond to Vikramendra as well. Please do that. But also, I have a question for you. Do you also see a pattern, across the world, that more and more women are choosing to not have babies, and therefore this trend of declining fertility rates, of declining populations across the world?
Yes, this is totally across the world. In fact, there are many countries that are going through a total crisis, like China, Japan, Korea, Hungary, which has made a strong statement yesterday and wants to invest in lots of financial support to women. Across Europe, and if you look at America and England, though they have better birth rates than other countries, and it is the fact that not just women, but men are not willing to involve and take responsibility for sharing childcare, elderly care, and household chores. If there were men and women both sacrificing their careers when needed, or supporting each other, we would have a different situation. So the reason I was laughing and I wanted to respond to Vikram is because I felt that just asking the women to be in marriages and have children is absolutely, perhaps he didn't intend to say that, but that's how it came out. And that's unacceptable. And as I said earlier, the aspirations of women are the same across the world.
And that's how we're conditioned, today. Right? It comes so naturally that it's the woman who should be contributing more, that it's the woman who should be taking responsibility of the crisis that we're in. We're conditioned that way, so we would think that way and speak that way. But Poonam ji, there are two sides to the argument, and the other one is the fact that while gender equality has helped women like you and I today to sit and speak and discuss issues, there's also the fact that because of that, a lot of challenges are taking place, case in point of what we're talking about, and therefore that is having an impact on the workforce. The numbers in the workforce are reducing, something which the economies require, something which, as I mentioned Elon Musk earlier as well, he also keeps saying that we need more hands in economies for development and growth to take place across the world.
Right. So we do need working age populations who have the ability to contribute to the economy. But no country has done well where there is a huge gender imbalance in workforce participation. And we also, the second problem is that we have differential pay rates and opportunities for women. Married women, women who are pregnant or who have children are often seen as areas of concern in
as a liability,
workforce,
as a burden.
Yes.
Yeah.
So therefore, we have to change that, because see, if both men and women work and they share the burden, and the state provides, instead of giving incentives to women like Korea did, which didn't work, you do what Sweden did. Sweden has a fantastic system of, as I said earlier, and I'm repeating, childcare. Childcare, so that women without any worry and concern can work. We need to do the same across the world. We don't need to give incentives to women. We need to support women so they can be part of the workforce participation, and countries will do economically well. One, and two, like Norway and Sweden and Britain and Ireland, you will have birth rates continuing without the kind of crisis we are seeing in the other countries. Finally, there's something that has to be said about, we have to talk about greater male responsibility and male engagement. As it is, the burden of family planning is on women. Women do experience after childbirth a lot of morbidities. It is not easy for a woman. There's a risk to her maternal health, or morbidities continue for years together. And how are we expecting women to have more children without improving healthcare, investing more in healthcare, and supporting women where they need support, including skilling? So if we have economies where women and men can participate equally, even the number of children that we have is not a disaster. Second, I'd like to say, if capital can fly, financial capital can go across borders, why can't people, skilled people, qualified people go across borders? Human capital can also be, there are countries like India, many African countries which have a huge youth population. For instance, we have 370 million young people in India.